Hello, hello, and welcome to this episode of the Be Free podcast. So, I am hashtag winging it with this episode. I am away to pop some rose oil on my heart and just share from my heart today, um, and just really support you in understanding how to navigate healing crises, how to navigate flare-ups of, it could be triggers, it could be for me flare-ups of chronic health stuff, um and when you feel like the healing's not working, right? That's maybe where we're going to go today. We'll see what comes up. So basically this the universe always likes to gift us these lessons. And for me, I am in the process of launching my Metamorphosis group program for this year's cohort. And it's like the universe has gifted me some experiences. They're like, hey, Susie, remember those teachings you've got? We're going to take you a little bit deeper on those so that you can support the women who sign up on an even deeper level than you can imagine. So thank you, universe. So sometimes lessons are disguised as challenges. And I, a few weeks ago, I had some really traumatic stuff go on. And I handled it really, really well. I'm very proud of myself. And I navigated this really challenging period, and my mental health didn't drop too much. My physical health didn't drop too much. I was really, in a way, really, really pleased at that, because anyone who follows this podcast will know that I have had health issues the past 2.5 years or so. And uh, stress really does not support that. So long story short, I am super proud of the resilience of my body, my mental health, my physical health, all those things. However, I know these things, right? I teach these things, I coach people through these things. And when we go through something traumatic, our body really is in fight or flight. So I see this a lot. I've worked with a lot of women with cancer. And when you come out the other side, like you think, oh my gosh, I've navigated this huge life thing. And then you come out the other side and then you're like, holy crap, what just happened? And that was the point I was at the end of last week. I had done my 3 days to self program, which was amazing. I had finished my forest therapy studies. I'd navigated this traumatic period, like all this stuff. And then I was just like, boom, hit a wall. And I felt like I was dropping, my mental health was dropping, my physical health was dropping, my balance was going again, anxiety levels started to rise. I felt really quite low mood again. And this spiral, right? And I teach this, I'm doing a free masterclass on the 23rd of April. Masterclass, it's more like a women's circle. So this circle event is going to take place on the 23rd, and I'm going to explain a bit about this spiral. So I was beginning to drop down this spiral and into the negative thinking, the overwhelm, and I was like, okay, interesting, interesting, interesting. I need to take action here. So this is the thing. So we will often go through a period of healing, and we always say this, healing isn't linear, okay? So if you just now feel that you're struggling on your healing path, you feel like nothing is working, or you're having a flare up, or old triggers are surfacing, I want you to know that this is totally normal. Okay, it does not mean that you are regressing. It does not mean that you are falling back. And today I'm like freaking buzzing about life again. Okay, I have like come through the other side again. And how have I done that? So this is what I want to share with you about the healing journey. I have done that through truly supporting my core needs and working with my vibration. Now, this is something that I teach in my Metamorphosis course. This is something I speak about a lot. And if you come onto the free Sacred Circle, I will teach you tools and techniques to do this for yourself as well. So as human beings, we are energy, right? We're made up of all these incredible moving cells, energies, and we carry specific frequencies. Now, when trauma hits, when challenging things hit, when we experience low mood, when we experience anxiety or anger, we begin to drop down the frequency. And this is why, we're saying like high vibe, woohoo, like you feel like happy, shiny, happy people. Um, we begin to drop down this spiral. Now, in order to see a way out, in order to navigate back on your healing path, you can't do that from the same frequency you're in. Okay, so you cannot see much beyond like where you're at. So even if you can get moments of clarity, moments of enlightenment, moments of peace, moments of joy, moments of calm, moments of happiness, moments of serenity, right, you will begin to see other options are available to you. So how do we do that? How do we shift ourselves from depression or anxiety to serenity and bliss? Okay. And I am not suggesting for one moment that you can stay at serenity and bliss all the time. But what I am suggesting is that on your healing journey, that you can experience it all. You do not have to be stuck. So if you are stuck and you are having a flare up of symptoms, or you are having a flare up of triggers, or you feel like your healing is just freaking crap and it's not working, this is the way to support yourself out of that space and then on to the next stage of your healing journey. So we can do that in a number of ways, things that are going to support and elevate our frequency. So for me, I used my crystals. I used my essential oils. I've used my flower essences. I'm looking at my chaga, sacred solfeggio frequency stuff here as well. So I worked with specific music, specific mantras, being in nature. I dance, right? Meditate, tapping, like all these different things, drinking water, lots and lots of water, eating higher vibrational food, taking baths in Epsom salts, using my sauna, stretching my body, working out with my personal trainer. Like I am just dialing up all of these things. And I'm not suggesting for 1 second that you like just go all in and do all the things, because again, that can also shock and trigger your body, but just take steps to shift your vibration. Okay, so whether that is like I put on house music, like one night, honestly, I was like, oh, I want to give up my business. I never want to study again, and da 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 da, because I had essays due and a deadline for my forest therapy whilst navigating something really traumatic. And then I put on some house music and I was like, holy moly, house music and a cacao. And I was like, I am back, right? So don't let the mind trick you because your vibration has dropped, right? Get the tunes on, have a stretch, watch something funny, take yourself into nature, use Reiki, sound baths, like all these different anything that is going to shift you out of that funk. And that is how we do it. And what you will begin to recognize, and this is how you know that you are healing, is the resilience. Okay, the resilience is the bounce back. How quickly do you bounce back? As I said, I've bounced back so quick from that experience. I have had cord cutting in between them. I have had Reiki between them. I actually have had multiple Reiki sessions from different practitioners, and prioritize my sleep, prioritize reading a fiction book, chilling out, drinking lots of water. Bought myself a nice new water bottle to kind of help me with that as well. And speaking to people that are going to support me. So, if you're experiencing a challenging time just now, I would really urge you to please, please, please sign up for my Sacred Circle. I will pop the link in the show notes below or drop me a message. It's absolutely free. There will be a replay. I am going to guide you through some of these things that are going to support you wherever you are in your healing path, right? Wherever you are. If you are just beginning, if you feel like you're like bossing it right now, honestly, there is always and will always be a time to use these tools and practices, because when we are navigating life, life is cyclical, okay? And this is why the Metamorphosis program, it started out almost like a little bit of a, if you imagine a triangle or a corporate structure where we had vibe at the bottom and then we had connect in the middle and purpose at the top. And that is originally how I saw this program. But actually, after delivering it and living through it, it is now a circle. It is this cycle of increasing our vibration, connecting with our intuition and what's right for us and aligned for us in that moment, which then leads us on to our purpose-led life. And then we shift again. We go back to increasing our vibration even more, aligning more deeply, and you will move through this cycle of life. Now, to add, for anyone who is perimenopausal, okay, the depths that you will go to, the heights and the depths might be quite large, okay? So I want you to remember on your lowest of low days, which is so hard when you're in the thick of it, that this too shall pass. Okay, and when you can start working with your cycles, and we do look at cyclical living as part of the Metamorphosis program as well, when you begin to connect with your cycle, whether that be the cycle of the moon, the cycle of the seasons, or your feminine cycle, you will see that you will be different people at all these different times, right? The same soul, but you will be experiencing different things. You will have different energy levels at certain times. If we think of our lives as well, I was speaking to somebody who's a mum the other day, and I was just saying to her, she was comparing herself to somebody else's business who doesn't have children and who isn't a single parent. And I'm like, it's a completely different time. It's a completely different time. We're all at these different stages of life, and we really need to honor those. And jumping about a little bit, but it's kind of a valid point. Like, I used to do a lot. Like, if you remember me when I first started my business, I was hugely like fired up about mindset and really kind of what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, very, very gung-ho about time management and strategy and all these things, which I am still very gung-ho about. However, back then, and somebody asked this question on their Instagram and Facebook, this is why I thought of this. They said, does everybody have the same 24 hours? And back in the day, I would be like, yeah, it's like how you choose to use them and da 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 da. Then I experienced perimenopause and I experienced chronic health stuff. And then I also, have like neurodiverse family experiencing their own things. And like we have all these different things going on in our lives. So please, wherever you're at, don't compare your life to somebody else's. You do not have the same 24 hours as the next person. Some people have other struggles. I only could stay awake for like however many hours. I could only work for like when I came back to work for like maybe like 5 hours a week. So my 24 hours was not the same as somebody else's 24 hours, as is your 24 hours is not the same. So know wherever you're at that you are doing your best, that there is hope, that small, simple things like getting enough sleep, taking yourself for a walk, switching off your computer and your phone at the end of the night, gifting yourself an early night with a good fiction book will change everything. Okay, it's so simple. Like it's so simple, but we can overcomplicate it. We can get stuck in this defeatist healing trauma cycle, and we can't see the wood for the trees because we're so in the thick of it. So I hope that this helps you. Please sign up to the Sacred Circle. I would love to see you there and support you in just connecting with where you are currently vibrationally and how we can shift that for you so you can see a different picture and vision for your life. Okay, I'm going to stop there for now. I hope that if you're watching this on YouTube, you like my scrunchie and my little 80s style. I've got, oh, well, 80s, maybe 90s style I've got going on here. I'm just back from horse riding, and yeah. God bless the podcast for those of you that don't have to look. So sending you all so much love. Please reach out to me if you've got any questions about anything I've discussed. If the Metamorphosis program sounds like something that you would be interested in, please reach out to me about that as well, because there's only going to be 12 spaces for that program, and you get sent all the physical tools, crystals, essential oils, all the different things that we work with to support our energy. And yeah, I'm here to help you find your true self, connect back into who you're meant to be, and to find your purpose. Okay, so much love.